Perfect. So you would just go to this expert office and then you open up term and GUL. If you were doing an IUL, that's just something that we go through in a whole nother recording. So then you just pick up their state.
No.
And what's your date of birth?
April 1st. Oh, sorry. January 1st, 1994.
January 1st?
1994.
1994. You're about to have your birthday.
Yes, next year.
I like it.
Getting older.
And wiser.
And wiser. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 1194. Continue. And then are you a tobacco user or non-tobacco?
Non-tobacco.
Okay. And then here, Gloria, you put the class on standard. Even if they tell you they have amazing health, right? Preferred Plus is like the best health. Just put it on standard, submit it as such, and then the company will analyze if it's a better rating or not.
Oh, okay.
And most clients pay on a monthly basis. So we're gonna do something called DIME, DIME, and this is how you actually figure out how much life insurance you need. Okay, so this coverage amount here, we're gonna do the math on that. D plus I plus M plus E, and then Gloria, just pull out your calculator because I'm gonna write down the numbers, but then you add them up on your side. So Elizabeth, how much outstanding debt do you have right now?
I'll say
Just round up too.
With mortgage or no mortgage?
No mortgage. That will be
no
on
mortgage. Oh, no mortgage. Okay. 5K.
5. Okay. So Gloria and Elizabeth, this is good for you to know. So you do the 5,000, but you're always gonna add $30,000. The reason that you're gonna add $30,000 is because that's the average funeral cost from beginning to end of funeral. So you add that because that's gonna be debt, not that you have it right now, but it's gonna be debt you leave behind. So her original 5,000 and then plus the 30,000, and that's for any state. You could always look up specific states, but most of the time across the board is 30,000. So it's 35K. Then we're gonna add your income. So on an annual basis, how much money do you make?
Let me see. Let me do the math. $40,000.
Okay. And then now is your mortgage. What is the mortgage?
Oh, my mortgage is
how much do you have left?
460K.
And then you said you have little ones?
No.
No little ones? Okay. So E is education. So this is debt, income, mortgage. If they don't have a mortgage, but they rent, then you just do it for the year. And then education.
Okay.
Education is simple. Typically, tuition is 80K to 100K on average. So you would take that number and times it by the number of kids. And that equals what this would be. Okay. So out of this, Gloria, how much insurance does Elizabeth need?
540.
540? So we're gonna round up for 600. So we're gonna look for how much 600 looks like. Okay, and then Elizabeth, do you know that there's 2 types of term policies?
Sorry?
There's 2 types of term policies. Do you remember them?
Can't remember the names exactly.
It's okay. The regular term. So a regular term covers you from now until the end, right? For a certain amount of money. It's, cheaper, but it still expires. Okay, it could go in 10, 20, 30 years. And then an ROP term is the same thing as the regular term, but ROP stands for return of all your payments. So when you end on this term here, it just ends your contract, right? But in an ROP term, you get all your money back if you outlive the policy. So those are the two types that we're going to look at.
Okay, yeah.
So if you pass away, God forbid, you get your beneficiary gets the 600,000. But in 30 years, if you're healthy, you live outside of your policy, then you just get all your payments back.
Okay.
So let's see what it pulls up for us to look at. Okay, so these here. So you have a 10-year term, and on a monthly basis, let me just make this smaller. So the 10 years for 600,000 will be $38. Okay, like rounded up. You could do 15 years for 35, 20 years for 37, or the maximum 30 years for $63 a month. Or if you wanted the one that gives you all your money back, it's called a GUL. It will cover you until age 95. And then it's 215, 10, 234, 105, 293, 121, 239. So typically, if you wanted to do a GUL, they're gonna cost more, but you do get your money back. Most of the time, most of my clients, they typically do a 30-year term, and then they end up upgrading to an IUL later on.
Yeah. I think the same, because I don't want to have the term policy for a long time, so I should do the regular one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So how many years do you want it for? Do you want it for the 10, 15, 20, or 30 years? And you can upgrade at any time. But sometimes clients even just add a policy. It just really will analyze what you want to do in a year.
I don't want to keep it for long. I would say preferably 10 to 15 years, because I don't think I'm gonna keep it for that long without turning it into IUL.
An IUL. Yeah, because I remember that's what you were saying. You wanted
so like the main thing is like getting short right now, but I do want to turn it into IUL.
Okay.
All goes well by next year, so I don't want to have it for a long time.
Okay, so for the 10 years?
Let's just do, let me see. You said 10 years is 30.
Yeah, 10 years is 29, and then the 15 is 35 monthly.
Okay, let's do let's see.
And then the 20 years is 37. It's only $2 more.
Okay.
You want it to, but it's.
Let's do the 15 years.
Okay.
Can I do 2 policies, one for me, one for my husband?
Yes. So 15 years for 35.
And it comes with the riders, right?
Yes.
Eliza, if you do the 15 and 20 is difference of 2. Difference of 2 bucks.
Okay, so the 20 years comes with the riders?
Yeah.
No, everything comes
all
with
of
the
them
riders.
do.
But but the $2 difference, and you keep it for 5 years more. By that time you'd be like,
that could do the 20 years then.
Yeah, the 20 years looks the best. Because I'll be honest, Elizabeth, when you start your IUL, it's not going to have a lot of life insurance. It's not, because if it has a lot of life insurance, your money isn't growing in that account. It's just paying life insurance because it has so much life insurance. So you'll have 600,000 here for 20 years. And then when you get your IUL, you'll most likely get like 60K of coverage in there, because in an IUL, you want the least amount of life insurance so that your money grows the most in your cash value. So sometimes our clients even keep these terms for a good amount of time because you'll have $600,000 of life insurance for a while, for a really long time. So the 20 years is good though, because it's only $2 difference.
Yeah.
I see that. Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
Okay, so 37.84. Looking for my pen so I can write it. 37.84, 1194 for 600. Okay, done. Delete. And then, do you want to look at one for your husband as well?
So can he? So can I add him to my term? I don't think that would.
No, so you wouldn't be able to add him onto your term. Like, he can't be covered. He could be your beneficiary, meaning if something happened to you, he would receive the money. He wouldn't be covered on your term.
So I need to. Okay, let's get him one for him.
Okay. Hold on, let me see. So I realized that was on North Carolina or on Maryland. I just want to make sure the numbers doesn't change because I realized it was on Maryland. Oh yeah, 37.84. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I realized it was on Maryland. Okay, what's his date of birth?
June 23rd, 1986.
23rd? Mine's on the 26th.
June? Wow. Twins?
I know. He's a Cancer, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. What's the year? Sorry.
1986.
1986. Perfect. Male. Non-tobacco?
Yes.
Okay. And for his insurance coverage, would you know like his dime information?
His what?
His dime information, like his debt, his income?
Pretty much the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 0 kids. The mortgage you guys are tackling together, right?
Yes.
So we'll just put we'll put, he said 50. His income?
Let me do it now. $41K.
41. And then do you know his debt, his outstanding debt? Any car loans, school loans, personal loans, credit lines?
Let's do 10K because I think he has like he didn't finish his school, but he had like a loan, like for college. He did like 2 years.
Okay. What's the number, Gloria? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. So the mortgage was 460, right? I did that right?
Yeah, 460, 41, and 10.
That's 511.
511. Okay, we'll keep it at 5. Well, 10 plus the 30 debt mortgage, or sorry, funeral costs.
So that's 541.
Okay.
You put 50. You forgot a 0.
Oops.
Oh, no, never mind.
All right. Like 5.5 mil.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Calculating. Men are more risky, so they're a little bit more expensive. In the insurance world, I guess men just be doing crazy things. So for 10 years, it would be 37. For 15, 44. For 20, 51. For 30 years, 92. For 550,000.
So like when he turns into IUL, can you tell like how much, like an estimate of how much he can pay on a monthly basis?
The IUL is always going to be based on what you want to set it up as.
Oh, so it doesn't matter like the amount you have in your term policy.
No, because none of the term policy, what happens is if I have a term policy today and next year I'm a year older, I have different health at that time, but next year I want to upgrade to an IUL, they just take my health, my age at the approval date of my first policy, which is today. So even though I'm a year older, my health is different and I may have gained weight through the holidays, next year they're not going to look at all that. They're going to look at your locked in health rate of today. So, but it doesn't take all your policy payments into consideration. Like all these policy payments, it's not like it's going to go into the IUL and it starts growing. It would be a brand new policy. However, you just get an easier door inside of the IUL because you're locked in today's price of health. So did you want to do the 20 years for him too, or?
Let's do the 10 years for him.
10? So 10 years. 3702. So that would be about $75 a month for both of you guys.
75, okay.
Okay. So we're basically going.
So when we do the 20 years for him, how much is it gonna be on a monthly basis?
The 10 years?
Yeah, 20 years.
20 years for him is 51.
That would be 88 for both of you.
Yeah, 51.28 would be his for 20 years. And your 20 years is 37.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be around $90 for both of you guys to have 20-year terms.
Yeah, let's do 20 years for him as well.
Okay, so 51.28, 20 years. Okay, perfect. So we are gonna go and jump into the actual. So Gloria, I'm about to stop this training. Right? Then you log in. Perfect. And we'll start out with Elizabeth. It's easier to do her own policy first, and then we'll jump to the husband. Do the expert offers or go to the term. Yeah. continue. And
What do I have? Okay, it's like what do I have Alabama as the first letters?
yeah. North Carolina, 1-1,
Mm.
1-1, 94. Female, perfect. Continue. And then coverage amount was 600,000. And then change preferred to standard. Perfect. Change that to monthly. Continue. Yeah, calculate, sorry. And then it's just gonna marinate.
You said marinette.
Just getting all of its spots together.
Is it just like cooking?
Right.
It's cooking it up. Okay, and then you go to life, yeah. Yeah. And so now we're gonna go through the application.
Okay.
So all applications are always gonna input start new case. So in red.
Mm.
Yep. All applications, yep. And so now this is all of her information. We're gonna go through your personal information, your personal health, your employment, right? Your beneficiary, and then you're gonna also pick a beneficiary that you want to get the money. So we're gonna go through that, and then also the EFT where they're gonna pull the money out.
That's how it is now, right? Elizabeth, you Muhire.
Yeah, Elizabeth was a.
It's just the initial.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. And then you don't need to fill out anything that's not red. So just
Okay.
go to the red one. So state, you're gonna confirm the state. Perfect. Policy type. Yep. ANICO signature. And then next. On the, no, you don't need to choose a file, just press next. Yep. And now this is all her personal information. So let me stop.